fellas, I got a message for y'all, right? This for the ladies too. It's for the ladies too. If you were talking to somebody and you got ghosted, there is no trying to figure out why they ghosted you. I know that's a hard thing to do because you're being left and there's no answer, right? You're not getting any answer, you're not getting any feedback, and you're like, bro, this doesn't make no sense. I get that, but it's not meant to make sense. Whatever it was, what it was. It ain't your job to go try to figure it out. It ain't your job to put your gloves on, your glasses on, and go play detective. That ain't your job, bro. Ain't your job. Like, it is what it is. They did what they did. They felt how they felt. And it ain't your job to figure that out. Now, what I will say is this. Some of us know we got some things with us that ain't favorable, that could deter people and throw people off. And for those of us who know that, you should be working on yourself. But if you can honestly say that you didn't do anything bad to this person, or at least you didn't try to do anything bad to this person, then it ain't your place to be trying to let's figure this out. Because that's not your job, bro. You're not being paid to figure out why somebody who everything was going well with just happened to get up and take another play, you know? But more importantly than that, and this is going to be the most important one of all of them, don't take them back. Typically when people do something like that, man, they don't, whatever they ghosted you for, a lot of times isn't a stable thing, because just the act of ghosting is immature in itself, right? Immature in itself in a lot of ways. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You meet toxic people, it just ain't working. Get that. But for the most part, when it's not, and when you haven't been being egregious, or even in a situation where you ghost somebody, if they haven't been being egregious or they haven't done anything foul to you or anything like that, you're gonna feel bad later after you ghost them, because you're gonna be like, damn, I really didn't have to do that. They were a good person. They had some things I did like about them. It happens all the time, right? So I say just be real careful with that whole ghosting thing, man, because be careful with the ghosting thing. But most importantly, if you ever are ghosted, it's not your job to figure out why did they do it. Why would he do that? Why would she do that? It don't matter. They did it. They did it. They did it, you know? But our minds, especially folk with control issues, our minds will go and go and go and go. And before you know it, we're trying to figure out, right? Our minds will go and go. And before we know, we're trying to figure out why this happened, why that happened, why they did what they did. And that's not our business, man. Like, I really, 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 really can't stress that enough, right? And again, when I say these types of things, I don't say them because I'm in a place of privilege and I've never done it. I say it because I've done it. I say it because I've been ghosted and wondered and let it fester in me, and I hated myself for it. And, you know, damn, how you messed that up, or more or less, how'd you fall for that? Because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't consider you getting ghosted if you just texting somebody. Y'all never met, y'all never linked up, none of that. But if y'all done went out on a date, y'all done hung out, y'all done did all the nasty things, and you get ghosted, that's when I'm like, okay, that's a little egregious. You can at least say, hey, look, I'm not feeling this no more. But that's not their job, right? So I'm here to say this to you. If you're listening to this video, if you're still on this video right now, then that means you've probably been ghosted and you know exactly what it feels like, right? Yo, there's way more men and or women out there, whatever your preference is. That's one. 2, you got a lot of things about you need to work on. That's 2. 3, you got some goals and some dreams you need to be chasing. You got some goals and dreams to be chasing, man. So you ain't got no time to really sit back and fester in that. And number 4, forgive yourself. Give yourself that grace. Give yourself the grace you've given a whole bunch of other people. Give yourself that grace, because you deserve it too. You know, I actually had texted my barber yesterday, man. I had to get some things off my chest. Not about her at all, but I just wanted someone to talk to at that time. I just wanted to have a conversation with a woman who was not related to me, right? Because the only woman I talk to who's related to me is my mother, and I don't really want to talk to her about some of the things that be going on in my mind. I don't be really wanting to do that. It be feeling, not that it feels weird, but you don't really want that all the time. So me and my barber were pretty close, like beyond just her cutting my hair, but. So I said to her, I said, look, man, like, you know, I said some things, and I'm like, listen, this is what, like, I've mentally been in this particular space. And she said, At first she gave me some ideas, but then she said, "Oh, how do what's what and all that." Well, I'm not even gonna be subliminal. I'm gonna be direct. So I basically hit my barber up and I said, "Look, I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck on somebody, which don't make any sense to me because I shouldn't be stuck on anybody." And she said, asked her questions and everything, and then she said, "Well, why don't you reach out?" I said, "Nah, I ain't finna do that." Like, she obviously don't want that. She obviously found something better. Like, because it's not a stuck where I'm like, I gotta go be with her again. It ain't that. So it's hard to say exactly what it is, but stuck is the only term that comes to mind. Stuck in the sense of she's in my head unnecessarily. Like, I understand the game. You found something better, or somebody was around, or maybe there was an ex around, whatever. I know the game, so I'm not mad at that. Like, you did what you did, that's cool, I can live with that. But I'm like, why is it that when I think I see her, my stomach get upset? You know what I'm saying? Or like my mind, I get in the upset mood, I get pissed off. So I don't like that. That frustrates me. And so when I said that, and I explained it to her, she said, oh, okay. And she ghosted you? I said, yeah. So, okay, write everything down tonight before 12 o'clock. Release all of it and move on. Forgive yourself. Right? And I said, okay. And I did that. Now, it's not no damn instantaneous thing, and you don't just wake up and feel great the next day. But it put things in perspective for me, man. Like, it happened. It happened. And I needed to feel vulnerable in that moment. I had to get it off my chest. I was really struggling with that for months. For months. And no one knows why, right? And since we're on this topic, the project, the mixtape, Soul Ties, right? I just released Daydreaming. Hopefully y'all checked it out by now. If y'all haven't, please go check it out. I just released my single Daydreaming, which is for that project. And Daydreaming's overall theme, not Daydreaming itself, the song, but the theme of the mixtape is negative soul ties. Being stuck on something that you really shouldn't be stuck on. Because if you hear me, I reference a lot of like little dating things or whatever. So that's the general theme of it. Because I wrote that entire tape. That whole tape was written in that time, like during that time frame. Like, this tape, believe it or not, this tape was written last November. The whole tape was written last November. And this is around where all this stuff happened. This is like right after all that stuff happened. So, or while it was going on. So the whole tape follows that theme. The whole tape follows that pattern, that rhetoric, So that's. But I had to get that off my chest. I had to talk to her about it because I'm like, it's sitting in my brain. It's just sitting there, and I hate that it sits there. I hate that, But ultimately, man, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between: dogs, cats, chickens, ducks, other mammals, reptiles, reptilians. If they ghost you, let them go. Hey, it's it. They made their decision. Man. And you can't text them and figure it out. Don't be texting them from no text now numbers. Don't be blocking. Like, don't go there. So don't do none of that. They made their decision, man. They made their decision. Casanut was on live one day, and some chick called him after 2 years. Like, she ghosted him, and then called him after 2 years. I remember this. This was a good one. And he said, "Bro, last time we texted was like 2021 or some shit like that." And she laughed and said, "Haha, don't be silly, blah, blah, blah. You acting weird." He looked and said, "Bitch, I'm up. I'm up now. You can find videos famous. I'm up now. What are you talking about?" So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that's you. I'm not saying the whole point of you grinding is so you could be up and you could prove them wrong. Fuck all that. Because you ain't here to prove them wrong. They ain't got nothing to do with you. They have no ties to you. They are not your business. But you're here to prove yourself right. You're here to elevate yourself. You're here to do well. You're here to fight. You're here to grind. You're here to dream. I dare you to dream, man. I dare you to dream unapologetically, man. I dare you to. I fucking dare you, bro. Sis, bro, I dare you. I dare you to give us, I'm dreaming today, man. Because they talking about, it's my shit, man. It's my life. I'm taking it over. I dare you. Don't let them live in your head rent free. You know what's painful? Is when you up here stuck on something or somebody, and they out there getting their back destroyed. You stuck on them and they out there doing their thing, man. I'm talking, they out there getting lit. They ain't thinking about you at all. At all. You ain't even a thought. You're not even a fart in the wind to them. Like, you don't even exist. Right? And that changes things. When you realize that there's people out there who do not care. You don't matter. It does something to you. So I say I like to say, man, don't let them people live rent free in your head. They ghosted you, it's okay. It's completely fine. It's completely fine. Things happen. Things happen. You know. So live your life, hustle hard. Don't let them live rent free in your head, man. It's not enough. There's not enough space in your head for that person who ghosted you to just live rent free. It's not enough space, bro. I don't care where you live at. I don't care how big your head is. I don't care if you got Megamind going on. It's not enough space in there. And that's where I stand at. That's how I feel. Salute.